Hi everyone, this is Cindy Soto, your certified health educator from the Hippocrates Health Institute and the author of the guide, How to Get the Most Out of the Program. I'm joined here by my husband Pedro, who is one of the health educator instructors for the Institute. Today we're interviewing Dr. Brian Clement, the world's leading expert in raw food nutrition. As director of Hippocrates Health Institute for over 35 years, he has gained his vast knowledge from experience. Before we go to Dr. Clement, I want you to be aware of a great opportunity for you or a loved one to do the 3-week Life Change program with us as part of a group. In addition to saving hundreds of dollars, you get some other great benefits. For more details, please visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. We have groups scheduled for the rest of this year. For the exact dates, visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. Now let's get to the questions with Dr. Brian.
Jay wants to know, well, if vitamins are killed when they're exposed to heat, are herbs also killed when heated? Because most herbs are processed.
Absolutely. Everything is killed when heated. But that doesn't mean that cooked herbs are not a good thing in some cases. And point, in fact, would be Asian medicine. Now, why would a guy who tells everyone to eat raw food tell you that some cooked herbs and even deeply cooked and boiled herbs are good for you? Because unlike a supplement that you're trying to get nutrients out of, herb you're trying to get chemistry out of. That's the difference. And what a disease is on one level, not the deepest level, but on one surface level, is a chemical imbalance. And sometimes by boiling together numbers of herbs or boiling deeply an herb or a plant, it changes the chemistry or reveals the chemistry, or the combination create new chemistries that, by the way, can greatly alter the chemistry of the disorder or disease. So we don't look and frown upon herbal medicines being cooked, although there are particular forms of herbal medicine that I would suggest eaten raw or taken raw. In most cases, it's not really anything to worry about.
Okay. Suzanne is asking, number one, what are the best sources of protein, whole regular foods and whole food supplements for a 17-year-old competitive athlete?
Well, number one, the Hippocrates living food diet, not all raw food diets, is the highest protein diet on the planet Earth. And the 3 core foods on this diet, the 3 core foods, was the very first life form called blue-green algae, and its very close cousin called green algae. Out of all foods available on Earth, nothing comes close to the amount of protein in blue-green algae or green algae. Blue-green has 54% protein by weight, and it is 100% pre-digested. Green algae, which you know as chlorella, is 52% protein by weight and pre-digested. That's the first food. The second food we strongly suggest the use of here are sea vegetables. By the way, that was a second life form. When the waters with sodium in it prevailed on the planet, and most of the planet was water, recall, until the first landmass came up called Australia. Now we know through geology that Australia was the very first land that came out from the waterway. At that point, the very second life form that grew out of the blue-green algae were the green algae and then the sea vegetables. And the sea vegetables wash the non-organic sodium, the sodium chloride off the top of it, and they are riddled with organic sodium and massive amounts of protein, half or less than half of what you get in green and blue-green algae. And then the third food that emerged on this planet, and that we use lots of here and we're known for, are sprouts. Sprouts like, as an example, wheatgrass, which is a complete protein. All the essential 9 amino acids, that's what a complete protein means, is in wheatgrass. For every 1 ounce, it's 1 total digestible gram, fully digestible gram of protein. Sunflower green sprouts, pea green sprouts, flaxseed sprouts, hemp seed sprouts, on and on we go. All of these are massive forms of protein. Now, beyond those core foods, there are other things we do with athletes, and I train a lot of Olympic-level athletes and serious athletes over the years. And there's a new product out that I'm in love with. We did some studies on that here and reported in our latest magazine that just came out 2 weeks ago. And that is called Sun Warrior. And Sun Warrior has a few products, but the ones we tell you to emphasize, or really the one that's best for most people, is a fermented raw rice protein. And this is just like other forms of bodybuilding proteins, but this one's alive, completely raw, completely vegan. And the owners of the company didn't know until I had a meeting with them 2 months ago that they have something in there that's really magic, because back about 30-some years ago at the University of Maryland, they discovered that on the side of raw brown rice, there was a phytochemical that prevented and eliminated cancers. Now, of course, because the pharmaceuticals are the only ones that can tell you things like that, they can never tell you that. But I'm telling you that that was another product that came out from raw rice called IP6, and also from that MGM3. And this is a very inexpensive way to get the same things you get in IP6, MGM3, but also get 85% protein. Whey protein is highly dangerous, will create cardiovascular disease, will create cancers, as I pointed about dairy before. Soy protein is indigestible because soy has been hybrid for thousands and thousands of years, 6,500 to be exact. It will morph into estrogens, and we already have too much estrogen in our body. As a matter of fact, 87% of all the new prostate cancers and 82% of all the new breast cancers are estrogen high or estrogen active cancers. So that's the one, Sun Warrior, and get the rice protein that has vanilla in it. Because the plain one, most people, they're a little sissy. They don't like it that way. And then mix that into hemp milk or rice milk, and boy, he's going to like that.
Hi, this is Cindy one last time to remind you of a great opportunity for you or a loved one to do the 3-week Life Change program with us as part of a group. In addition to saving hundreds of dollars, you get some other great benefits. For more details, visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. We have groups scheduled for the rest of this year. For the exact dates, visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to talk to you soon.